A single phone call, a blunt ultimatum, and a threat that is sparking fears of a wider conflict. US President Donald Trump has delivered a message to Venezuela's Nicolas Maduro. Leave quietly, leave immediately, or face consequences that Washington has not spelled out, but the world is already worrying about. At the same time, US warships, including the USS Gerald Ford, America's most powerful aircraft carrier, have taken up position off Venezuela's coast, and Trump is openly warning that military operations could begin very soon. Has the crisis in Venezuela now crossed a red line, and is the United States preparing for a military move? We break down everything behind Trump's ultimatum to Maduro, the phone call, the demands, and the collapse that pushed this standoff closer to the brink. According to an explosive Miami Herald report, the phone call between Trump and Maduro happened last week, recently described by sources as tense, direct, and unusually blunt. During that conversation, Donald Trump made an extraordinary proposal: safe exit for Nicolas Maduro, safe exit for his wife, his son, and his top allies, if and only if Maduro stepped down immediately. But instead of agreeing, Nicolas Maduro made counter demands that Washington instantly rejected. Sources say Maduro wanted two things: global amnesty for all crimes alleged against him and his inner circle, control of Venezuela's armed forces even after stepping down, in exchange for allowing free elections in the country. A senior source told the Herald, first, Maduro asked for global amnesty, that was rejected by Trump. Second, he asked to retain control of the armed forces, that was rejected too. Negotiators even discussed what a surrender could look like. But there was another complication. The US State Department has a $50 million bounty on Maduro's head. Any deal would have to navigate the unprecedented pressure of that also. In the end, the talks collapsed abruptly. No agreement, no resignation, and that is when the situation escalated dramatically. Following the failed talks, Donald Trump moved from negotiation to pressure instantly and aggressively. He told reporters on Air Force One that I wouldn't say the call went well or badly, it was a phone call. That's what he said. But behind the calm exterior, actions were already underway. Trump declared that Venezuelan airspace was now closed in its entirety. He warned that the United States could begin military operation inside Venezuela very soon. And then came the biggest signal of all. The USS Gerald Ford, America's most advanced aircraft carrier, quietly took position offshore. Alongside it, a marine unit capable of deadly assault. Together, these assets form a formidable strike capability, the kind usually deployed not for signaling, but for action. Behind the scenes, the US has already been conducting a sweeping maritime campaign since September 2025, targeting what Washington calls drug trafficking boats operating out of Venezuela and across Latin America. For the Venezuelan regime, it is a clear message. America is tightening the nose. All of this is happening in a country already devastated by economic collapse, shortages, and political turmoil. Maduro, isolated internationally and facing sanctions, has long depended on military loyalty to stay in power in Venezuela. Now, with Washington refusing his requests for amnesty and military control, Maduro faces a grim choice: accept exile with no guarantees or risk a confrontation with the United States of America. Donald Trump has made his offer clear. Nicolas Maduro has refused. And now, with United States warships deployed, airspace closed, and the threat of military operations, the crisis is inching toward a breaking point.